disappointing, and why can't we just put aside our differences and maybe all of us just get along? There's a special place in hell for you. There's a special place in hell for green. There's a special place in hell for black and white and red and each shade in between. There's a special place in hell for Muslims. There's a special place in hell for Jews. For Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, Taoists, pagans, atheists, and of course those who worship Satan too. No one's left out, ain't it swell? We each have a special place in hell. There's a special place in hell for you. There's a special place in hell for me.
No parent should have to bury a child. No mother should have to bury a son. Mothers are not meant to bury sons. It's not the natural order of things. I buried my son in a potter's field, in a field of blood, in empty, acrid silence. There were no mourners. There was no funeral. His friends all absent, his father dead, his sisters refusing to attend. I discovered his body, alone. I dug his grave, alone. I placed him in a hole and I covered him with dirt and rock, alone. I was not able to finish burying him before sundown, and I'm not sure if that affected his fate. I begrudge God none of this. I do not curse him or bemoan my lot. And though my heart keeps beating, only to keep breaking, I do not question why. I remember the morning of my son's birth as if it was yesterday. The moment the midwife placed him in my arms, I was infused with a love beyond all measure and understanding. I remember turning to my own mother with my son in my arms and saying, "Now I understand why the sun comes out at day and the stars come out at night. I understand why rain falls here. Now I understand why." I loved my son every day of his life, and I will love him ferociously long after I stopped breathing. I am a simple woman. I'm not bright and learned. I do not read. I do not write. My opinions are not solicited. My voice is not important. On the morning of my son's birth, I was infused with a love beyond all measure and understanding. The world tells me that God is in his heaven and my son is in hell. I tell the world the one true thing I know. If my son is in heaven, there is no heaven. Because if my son sits in hell, there is no God. between heaven and hell, there's another place. This place, Hope. Hope is located right here in downtown Purgatory.
Next case!
Now, Purgatory, contrary to popular belief, has plumbing, bodegas, they even got a movie theater and a little park where people can walk their dogs in. Hope, it ain't got none of that, and it definitely don't smell good.
Next case, bailiff!
Worked here in Hope for 2.5 years. That's how I got these wings. I wouldn't trade nothing for these wings. I could fly with these wings. At night, I fly down, watch my little baby boy sleep. He's 7. He's got a picture of me on his wall right in between Shaquille O'Neal and the Incredible Hulk. Then I go fly uptown to my oldest baby girl's house and watch my grandchild Little Bit sleep. Most nights I see my baby girl Tiny with her feet in a pot of hot water, always studying books. I stick around, watch a man Winston come home late at night, always with a hamburger or muffin for my baby girl. Winston's love for my baby girl's all over his face. I was wrong about him. I always thought he was shit. When I get back home, I tell my husband Delane all about it. Delane don't like to fly, but he likes to hear the stories. And he likes how I look like. I come back from Earth all wind blown. Now, hope, it changes with the times, but has stood always as God's gift to the last of his children. It said that every civilization, they're going to rearrange the cosmic furniture differently. In biblical times, hope was an oasis in the desert. Medieval days was a shack free of plague. Today, hope is no longer a place for contemplation. Litigation being the preferred new order of the day.
Where's my damn bailiff?
Here, sir.
Then call the next damn case!
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Thorncy the Implacable. Motion to appeal.
Motion denied. Next case!
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Henry Wayne Masters.
Nope!
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Benedict Arnold.
Oh, hell no!
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot? Who brings this crap before me?
Your Honor, my name is Fabiana Aziza Cunningham.
Ever heard of you?
I live in Purgatory.
Well, you should have kept your legs closed. Motion denied. Next case!
Your Honor, I have a writ signed by St. Peter at the gates of heaven.
Next case!
But I have a writ.
She has a writ, sir.
Excuse me?
Just saying, the lady, she's got a writ. So I mean.
Bailiff, let's set up a little signal between the two of us, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, when I come to court dressed as Ethel Merman in a one-piece bathing outfit, that'll be my signal to you that I want your opinion.
Yes, sir.
Next case!
But the writ.
What's your name, bailiff?
Julius of Outer Mongolia.
You on the work release program from Purgatory, are you, Julius?
Yes, sir.
You want to get to heaven someday, eat fried chicken and mashed potatoes, feel the sun on your face?
Very much, sir.
Hey, call the next damn case!
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Here, have a lollipop.
Thank you.
Next case.
But, like the writ.
Bailiff!
Your Honor, if I may,
Who speaks before me?
it is I, Yusuf Akbar Aziz Al Nassar Gamal El Fayumi,
Who the hell are you?
an attorney, great sir, willing and able to prosecute this sham of a case and defend the gates of heaven and the kingdom of God against this big shenanigan of a so-called writ. Look no further, Your Honor. Yusuf Akbar Aziz Al Nassar Gamal El Fayumi is a beacon for justice.
Beacon, eh?
May I approach you?
Well, bench, not me.
Oh, yes, of course, the bench. And it is a lovely bench, splendid and sturdy, like the great Denny and the rest upon it. Your Honor, I received wind of this so-called writ several weeks ago. I have been preparing night and day to refute the allegations that it contains.
Your Honor, let the record reflect I have no opposition to Mr. El Fayumi here.
Speak when spoken to.
Do not bait this great man, lady. He presided over the appeal on Attila the Hun when you were nothing more than a cheap shot of whiskey on your great-great-grandfather's first unpaid bar tab.
Well said.
Forgive me,
You got a license to practice, Mr. El Fajita?
A license, yes. Submitted for your most scrupulously discerning approval, most eminently great sir.
Sir, his name's Al Fayumi.
What?
You call him Al Fajita.
Just give him the glasses.
You're wearing them, sir.
My other glasses!
Here.
Most worshipful Lord and Master, very tiny problem. My license. I seem to have left it in my other suit. I could rush back to help to retrieve it. It would not take
Hell,
long.
are ya?
Temporarily detained. A problem with my papers.
Are you sure about that?
Quite sure, Your Grace. I attribute the mix-up to the Americanization of the afterlife. Completely understandable in recent events.
You damn right.
Yes, as are you, Your Eminence.
Cunningham, let me see this writ.
Here, Your Honor.
You have great legs, Fabiana. Free for dinner sometime.
Cunningham, this writ is garbage. Motion denied. Next case.
Your Honor, my client.
Your client is Judas Iscariot. Your client sold out the Son of God, for Christ's sakes.
Your Honor, that has no bearing.
Cunningham, Judas Iscariot committed the one unforgivable sin everybody knows.
The sin of despair.
Then he did the world a favor and hung himself.
From the olive branch, the coward.
Next case.
Your Honor.
Next case.
Your Honor, that writ you hold in your hand is signed by Saint Peter.
I know Peter, he's prone to mistakes, and he's right.
Rash, absolutely. A little place called the Garden of Gethsemane, ring a bell, Fabiana. When the authorities came to arrest Jesus, after your client sold him out with a kiss. What did Peter do?
I know what he did.
Well, know it again. Peter took out his sword and started chopping off the ears of the authority. Jesus had to correct him, put the ears back on. It was a big mess, really.
Next case.
Your Honor.
Next case.
Oh, Fabiana, dinner and sensual massage will soothe you.
Your Honor, I cite Beatitudes, I cite Kierkegaard, I cite Christ on the cross.
And I cite my foot in your ass, Cunningham.
I cite Hegel. Within every idea, thesis, is contained its contradiction, antithesis, and out of that struggle is created synthesis. Synthesis, Your Honor, the union of opposites, their interdependence, and their inevitable clash, producing what's next, what must be revealed, God's perfect love versus God's rightful justice equals what, Your Honor?
Out of my courtroom.
The synthesis of love and justice can only produce mercy and forgiveness if a just God sits in heaven. It can fall no other way.
Next case.
Your Honor.
Next case. Next case. Next case. Next case. Crazy big bitch.
All right now, boys. Cue them trumpets and the dancing camels. Thanks, boys. Oh, hey, so welcome to my world. This is the part of the story where, if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be no more parts to the motherfucking story, okay? My name is Monica, better known to you mere mortals as Saint Monica. Oh, that's right, Saint. As in better not don't get up in my grill, cause I'll mess your shit up because I'm a saint and I got mad saintly connects. You ever drive down Santa Monica Boulevard? You ever ate some sushis down on Santa Monica Pier? Well, that's my boulevard and that's my pier, and that's all I gotta say about that. Word to the wise, word is most definitely B-O-N-D, bod. Let me catch my breath. Ooh. Anyways, up in heaven, a lot of people don't want to hang with me because they say I'm a nag. It's true. And you know what I gotta say about that? I say, fuck them bitches. And my son, St. Augustine, he stopped banging whores and sipping on wine, and he became learned, so fucking learned that he's known as one of the fathers of the church, and you can look that shit up. Go ahead, look it up. I'll wait. That's right. Father of the church. Father up in this motherfucker. So if I hadn't been a nag, all y'all niggas would have been a bastard church. So, sip on that, bitches. Oh, let me catch my breath again. Anyways, on account of my reputation with God, a lot of motherfuckers want to pray to me. I have 3 full-time assistants just to sit through it all. Long story short, I was asked to look into the case of Judas Iscariot by this Irish gypsy lawyer bitch in purgatory named Cunningham. She wanted me to do some nagging to God on Judas's behalf. And to tell the truth, I was impressed by her nagging abilities because that bitch nagged my ass day and night for 40 days. But I don't nag for just anybody. And I definitely don't nag for no motherfucker I don't know. So I went down and checked out Judas for my own self. He looked fucking retarded. Like he wouldn't talk or nothing. You know, he didn't seem to hear me, and I'm not someone who has a problem expressing myself. So I did this. Yo, Judas! Yo, Judas! Yo, you deaf motherfucker? Judas! Oh. Then I started, smacking him around a little. Yo, Helen Keller, yo, wake up. Yo, don't run. I know you can hear me. And then I started snapping on his ass. Oh, Judas. Judas, you got change for 30 pieces of silver? Oh, Judas, how much you pay for that haircut? 30 pieces of silver? Yo, Judas, how about you and me? Why don't we hang out? Oh, come on, Judas, why you so hung up? Come on. Hang out, hang. Do you get it? Do you get, okay. Judas, oh, Judas, you want an olive? Here, have an olive, motherfucker. Okay, let's go down to the Olive Garden restaurant because they've got good olive oil there, Okay, that's cool, How about you and me, we go down to the bar and betray some motherfuckers. Oh, come on, Judas. I know you like betraying. What's up? You ain't in the mood to betray today? Well, that's cool. Like I said, we can just hang out. Hang out. Go out on a limb. Do you get it? Okay. Oh, are you hungry? Oh, Judas, okay. How about we go get some supper? Just one last supper, Judas. I couldn't break it. So I sat down next to him. And I sat next to Judas Iscariot for 3 days. On the 3rd day, while I was resting my vocal cords, something happened. I saw something unexpected. A single tear fell from Judas's eye, and it was red like a ruby. I looked into his eyes like this. He couldn't look at me, or he looked through me. I couldn't tell. His eyes was empty, and he was like a catatonic statue of a former human being, and I detected sadness in him, paralyzing, immobilizing, overwhelming sadness. His sadness was like a river that had frozen up and died, and no one lived there no more. After a while, I didn't know what else to do, so I thought I'd just hold him in my arms for a little while, warm him up before I left. I held Judas Iscariot for 4 days. But on the third day, I remembered that Jesus had said that God has the biggest love for the least of his creatures, and Judas Iscariot was the leastest creature I had ever seen. On the fourth day, Judas dropped another single tear, and it was clear this time and evaporated into the earth on impact. He trembled briefly and then froze up again. Oh, I had seen enough. I removed my outer garments and left them for him so that he could smell something human. And then I collected my tears in a bucket and poured them over his face so that he could taste the salt. And then I went back home and got on the horn to God. I dialed directio. You know, some people call it being a nag, but I call it doing my job, because I got a calling, y'all, and if you ever need it, you should give me a shout, because my name is Saint Monica. I'm the mother of St. Augustine, one of the fathers of the church, and you know what? My ass gets results.
Next case.
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Judas Iscariot.
Bailiff!
She's got a writ signed by God, sir.
Signed, sealed, delivered, motherfucker. Peace!
Here is the writ, Your Honor. Note the signature at the bottom.
Bailiff, where's the fajita?
Present and accounted for and dripping with anticipation to defend with marvelous cunning and great relish the kingdom of heaven and God and your great service against the Satan-spawned traitor Judas Iscariot and his beguiling yet outlandishly misguided counsel. Most eminently great and graciously handsome, great sir.
Cunningham, I do not like it. Lawyers go over my head.
You gave me no choice.
Objection, Your Honor! As human beings, we always have a choice. Motion to strike.
Mr. El Fajita, you are aware that the trial hasn't actually begun yet, right?
Yes, of course. I was nearly right.
Fabiana Aziza Cunningham. Is that right?
It is.
Where the red hair and freckles, Cunningham?
My mother was a Romanian gypsy who settled in Vinegar Hill in Harlem in the 1960s.
And your father?
A local parish priest.
Got more than his palmer, did he? All right, Cunningham, I see it only fit at this juncture to tell you some things about myself. Some things that may perhaps inspire you to take your little mission elsewhere. For example, I strongly dislike tapioca pudding.
Tapioca, the worst. I spit on it.
Sit down! But even worse than tapioca, Cunningham, I dislike the following. Defense attorneys in general, half-breeds as a rule, and Judas Iscariot is anything other than a cautionary tale. Now, is that a problem for you?
No,
You ever met God, Cunningham?
I don't know that I believe in God.
You just handed me a writ signed by the man you don't know if you believe.
Correct.
What if one day God were to appear to you? Just all of a sudden, boom, God! Lone robe, white beard, the whole rack of lamb.
Your Honor.
And what if, Cunningham, you were to go home tonight and Jesus Christ himself were to greet you at your doorway with a dozen Krispy Kremes and a quart of cold milk? And he were to look at you and say, Fabiana, Aziza, it's me. It really is that thing you always feared more than doubted. What would you do?
Your
And
Honor.
what if, Cunningham, you brought him into your house and you sat down with the man for, say, 3 minutes, and you could touch him and inspect him and interrogate him all you want, have him do miracles and tell you the exact story of your life, and you left convinced. Convinced, Cunningham, wiping away tears of joy and relief off your living room couch. If he you on your knees in 3 minutes?
So,
So consider this. Your friend Judas, he had Jesus for 3 years. 3 years counseling in a foxhole with the best friend you ever had. Then he shot him in the back for a pack of cools. But think about what that says about the essential character of the man. Now, oh, then stop, I could be a wee little gypsy teapot. Petitions invalid, motions denied. Next case.
Genius, I am wrecked.
Your Honor, that petition is signed by God.
Yeah, but, it ain't signed by your client now, is it?
My client is catatonic. He's incapable of signing.
Well, if he's incapable of signing, how do you know he wants to appeal?
Who wouldn't want to appeal eternal damnation?
Someone who is aware of his own self-inflicted erosion of the capacity to be filled by grace? Someone too prideful to ask for forgiveness even in the face of the fiery furnace? Or maybe, just maybe, he didn't ask because he knows he don't deserve it.
Your Honor, the only person who needs forgiveness is the person who doesn't deserve it.
Then let him ask!
I'm asking for him.
Out of my courtroom, sister, and may God have mercy on your blasted arrogant soul! You know, get thee back uptown, woman. Stop your rabble-rousing and get humble, because you are not going to get to heaven by disrupting the natural order of things that the good Lord has so thoughtfully put together.
Your Honor, are you a citizen of heaven?
Better escort this woman out of my courtroom immediately!
You live here with us. You know no more about God's law than anyone else in this court.
my papers are pending. I'll be up there today now.
Your papers have been pending since 1864. That's 140
If
years.
there's an insinuation at the end of that statement, Cunningham, I suggest that you do not make it.
Not an insinuation, Your Honor, but a question. If the truth really does set us free, then what is progressively precluding your capacity to respond to the call of truth? Because 140 years suggests to me that you are not getting closer, but farther and farther away from it every day.
What the hell does Judas Iscariot have to do with my own damn personal truth? I didn't hang myself from no olive branch.
Not from an olive branch, but on a battlefield in northern Georgia in 1864, Allatoona and the tree. Oak, I believe. Your Honor, I have to wonder what your honest answer will be when you are someday asked how different you are from the day that you died.
Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. That work for you?
It does.
What a diet. God, you're just write it down! Now, will there be anything else, Fabiana Aziza Cunningham?
No, Your Honor.
Next fucking case!
Fear not, your grace. I shall slay this fallen woman as a crocodile slays the one-legged newt.
Next case!
Very little is actually known about Judas Iscariot. Oh, this is my fellow jury member, Loretta. On Earth, she's currently on life support.
Hello.
They find out whether you're coming or going yet?
Not really. Any day now, does it?
Say, Loretta, you smoke cigarettes?
Well, no, I'm just on a respirator.
Yeah, good. You got one for me?
Maybe not much. Here.
Oh, snap, you boy. You my girl now. You got light?
It's NASCAR.
So anyways, about Judas. Not a lot is known, except he was chosen to be an apostle. He betrayed Jesus, and then he hung himself. It's not a lot to go on, especially when we're meant to rely on facts.
Oh, you know I had this one uncle. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
When I was a drunk little girl, my drunk Uncle Pino used to go around saying, I believe because it is absurd. I am certain because it is impossible.
What do you mean by that?
No clue. But I think
We're back.
Oh, wait! Hold up. Now that's Bush Honeywell. And unlike Loretta, he definitely did. Also, one like the better, he got no real interest in finding that out. Say, but should we miss anything in there?
Nah, just some crap about the essential paradoxes, man. How we refuse to juxtapose the absolute to the relative, and some such about paradox as an ontological definition which expresses the relation between an existing cognitive spirit and eternal truth. You know, bullshit. Listen, they passed out the lunch menus. I ordered you 2 combo clubs for fritters.
Burgers? Awesome. That's funny.
Right this way.
Next witness.
Your Honor, prosecution now calls Henrietta Iscariot, mother of Judas Iscariot, to the stand.
Name?
Henrietta Iscariot.
Yes, good day, Miss Iscariot.
Good day.
Yes, well, I can't help but notice, Mrs. Iscariot, that you are a very well-built woman. Would it be fair to say your cup runneth over?
All the Iscariots are buxom, if that's what you mean.
I mean exactly! Now then, can you recall if Judas Iscariot, as an infant, was prone to steal more than his fair share of milk from your deliciously well-portioned bosom?
I can't recall that, no.
Very well, but can you recall? Yes! I take you back to the year of 8. You were a single child in the face of many offspring. Judas being as the eldest and as the man of the family, you sent him out fishing to get food for you and his poor starving sisters. What happened next?
Do I have to answer?
Just tell the truth, ma'am.
Well, Judas didn't come home until very late. I waited by the fire. I was worried. It was only 8. I was concerned that maybe the Romans had detained him from shoplifting again.
A shoplifter! So please the court.
But then he came home.
Hi, Mommy.
Judas, I was so worried.
Look what I got, Mommy. A spinning top.
Judas, did you catch any fish? Your sisters are weeping with hunger.
Weeping, your great son, weeping and wailing.
I caught 5 fish, Mommy.
Well, where are they?
I sold them in the market and I bought this spinning top. Look how it spins, Mommy.
Judas Iscariot, I'm ashamed of you.
Mommy.
Selfish boy will come to no good.
Selfish boy, you will come to no good. Was that your statement at the time?
He was only 8.
8. And too late. Nothing further. Ralph? Oh, thank you.
I wasn't asking you.
Mrs. Iscariot, what happened the next day?
Judas ran away from home that night. I searched for him all day. Late the next afternoon, I observed the following.
Hi. 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 My name is Judas. What's yours? Matthias of Galilee? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you go home and get your spinning top, and we get back with your spinning top, and we can play battle of spinning tops. I don't got a spinning top. Oh. I wish I had a spinning top. All my friends got one except me. Yeah, that's rough. I used to not have one too. All the other kids, they call me sissy pants because I don't got no spinning top. You should ask your mommy to buy you one. I don't got a mommy. Ask your daddy then? Well, I got a daddy, but he's very stern. He don't believe in spinning tops, so I can't never get one. You probably think I'm a sissy pants too. No, hey man, don't cry. It's just very hard to get through life without a spinning top, you know? You want to try mine? For real? Here. Nobody in Galilee's got a spinning top like this. This is a wicked cool spinning top, Judas. I picked it up myself. Oh, your daddy must really love you to buy you such a most definitely dope spinning top as this. My dad is dead. What? The Romans killed him. Yeah? The Romans, they took all our goods last month, and now we don't got no money for nothing, even food. And so my dad, he sends me to the market to get bones for my dog.
but I don't got a dog. And the butcher there, he knows that I don't got a dog, but he gives me money anyway because he takes pity on me. And I bring the bones back to my dad, and he makes soup with the bones, and it tastes really, really bad. And my grandma, she says that my dad's pride is wounded because he can't make no money because the Romans took all our goats, and that's why everything is messed up, and I can't get no spinning top or nothing. Oh, what? I better go. I have to be home before 6:30. My father's very stern. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me play with your spinning top, Judas. Maybe someday my dad will get some more goats, and then I can get a spinning top, and then I can come back here and play spinning tops with you, and we can play spinning tops and stuff. 'Cause that was fun.
The sad boy started to leave, then
Wait. Here. What? You can have it. I can have your spinning top?
Yep.
For real?
Yeah.
Thank you, Judas.
whenever anyone asks me who my son was, I tell them that story.
Thank you, Mrs. Iscariot. The witness is
Not so fast! Chris Iscariot, your son was picked up the very next day by the Roman authorities, correct? On the charge of stealing a blind man's staff. A blind man's staff that he then pawned to Omar the baker to purchase, it says here, cotton candy and a royal blue spinning top. Correct? Correct? Is that correct, Mrs. Iscariot?
I don't know, it was so long ago.
Speak into the microphone!
There is no microphone.
Yes, this is true. Your Honor, we have reason to believe that the staff-clad blind man in question was later run over by a rabid Judean camel. Here is his death certificate. Nothing further.
Next witness.
Your Honor, prosecution now calls the incomparable Mother Teresa to the stand.
Name?
Did you say something?
Name.
What?
State your name, ma'am, please.
Oh, yes. 10:45, okay?
Mother Teresa, hello, over here.
Who's that?
Yes, hello, Mother, it is I. Remember me?